Good morning. It's another Dollar Tree haul here for this morning on Saturday the 13th. We got 24 titles in this one, strictly DVD. It showed the last of the Blu-ray from Box 1 last video. This one is all DVD. Well, it's one more than I did last video. These two are from Larry and Melissa, and that will conclude box one. But then I got a second box from them, and then yesterday I got 3 or 4 more boxes from them. So it might be a while before I'm able to show some of those, because next week I want to do at least a couple of reviews for Wild Eye. I did not forget you, Wild Eye. It's just been kind of hectic with the weather, and I've really been wanting to get at the video, or making videos, but the weather has kind of nipped that in the bud. So let's get started. Right off the top here is a Norman Rockwell presents Coming Home for Christmas. Trying to see who made it here. Lasser Group North, I think it says. I'm not real sure. It's kind of yellow on yellow here, or like an orange on orange. It's from I guess it must have been on CMT. It's a country music station. Sisters Kate and Melanie haven't spoken to each other in years since a hurtful scene at Melody's wedding. Their parents, Wendy and Al, have let the pain of their daughter's absence drive a wedge between them, and their tensions have led to a separation. Kate is determined to reunite the entire family for Christmas, and has the perfect spot, their old family home. The only problem is there's someone else living in there now. Perfect for the Christmas collection that I decided to start doing here in this last couple waves. There's been a lot of it, so why not, try to get some Christmas stuff here. 87 minutes on this, and 5.1 Dolby Digital, and widescreen presented. And like I said, that was on CMT according to the back. Then next up, I got an 8-film action binge here. So, one that stars Sean Bean, one that stars Blue Diamond Phillips, one that's, I do have the Sweeney, just it's in DVD form here. Trapped, Genesis Code, The Big I Am, and Dolph Lundgren, Blood of Redemption. I don't know anything about any of these movies, but I have heard of Stormy Juno. It's based on the true stories of D-Day. But as like it says, it's an action binge, and it's got a lot of action in it from what I'm seeing. They're all pretty much rated R. Yeah, like 5 of them are bona fide rated R. The rest are not rated. I don't know if that's because they're TV movies, or they're all 16:9 widescreen, and have varying running times. Some over 2 hours, some of them shy of 2 hours. But pretty good little compilated action binge set here. Has a little bit of everything. Let's look at the back. Happy to have that. And then I think I got this before. Time for a Total Reboot. It's called Hacked. It's from SP Releasing, and I think this was a Canadian released title that came to our borders, if you will. Because it does have the Canadian symbol here on the back. And it does have that Canadian, made in Canada kind of feel to it a little bit. Kind of like a sci-fi channel, sci-fi movie. That's what it kind of feels like on the back. Get in touch with the latest tech. After losing his job to a state-of-the-art supercomputer with cutting-edge artificial intelligence capabilities, a disgruntled computer technician decides to put his replacement to the test. Meanwhile, a group of hacker thieves infiltrate the building, intent on stealing the new technology. It's pretty much hacked. I'm not sure if there's a running time on the back here. 87 minutes, and it's 5.1 Dolby Digital, anamorphic widescreen, and it does have subtitles. Happy to have that. And then I got the Smurfs, a Magical Smurf Adventure. 10 episodes, 2-disc. And if it sounds like this is rattling when you get it, it's because it's a 2-discer. I'm assuming it has the one door and then the disc that gets put into the compartment here in the case. I'd assume they probably split these up into 5 and 5. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They have 5 on one disc, 5 on the other. Does have a few special features. Nothing outstanding, but not really to be expected. This was made by Hanna-Barbera as well, for people that didn't know. 190 minutes, standard version, and it has runs. It's saying that it's from 2011. I wonder if it might have been released through Warner Brothers on this disc in 2011. And that's the Smurfs. Magical Smurf Adventure. Flip the back. Yeah, when I set it down, it even sounds like it's got 2 discs. Ashley Bratcher, David Lee Smith, Jason London, and Stephen Baldwin. Featuring the star of Unplanned, A Walk with Grace. We may wonder, but Grace brings us home. I'm just getting a feeling this is a biblical title here. It is a Viva Pictures release as well. Kind of gave it away with the back. With the 4 little window still shots there of the movie. 101 minutes on this one. Kind of surprised that Stephen Baldwin would have played in this, really, because I didn't know he, was really into the, religional type titles here, but pretty cool. 2019 widescreen presentation. There's closed captioning available on it. I don't know exactly, if it's in the, you have to go into the settings and click all that to get it set up for that, or if it's already implemented and then you have to disable it. I have no idea. It's a faith movie, more or less. There's a better look at the cover without the glare. But I had to have that. I don't think I have that. And then I got a Sam Elliott, I Will Fight No More Forever. Has Cry Blood Apache, Sunset Carson Rides Again, City Bull, Yuma, Great Indian Wars, The Proud and Damned, The Gunfighters, The Wackiest Wagon Train in the West, Stories from Geronimo, and The Apache Kid. It's 10 bonus movies here. And with all of them, you obviously know this is an Echo Bridge. And I'm assuming this probably did come from Walmart with a sticker like that. Nearly 900 minutes on this one. Some titles are black and white and others are color. 2018 Echo Bridge Acquisition Group released this, so all 10 bonus movies. Well, there's 4, 6. I guess it's actually 11. 10 bonus movies, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, and some of them I don't think are movies. Some of them are episodes I'm seeing here. Yeah, because like you got one that says it's, let's see, 26 minutes on that one. 26 minutes on that one. So 2 of them are really short. So really it's more like you got like 8 bonus movies on this. Yeah, because everything else is, well, that one could be considered just a long episode, 62 minutes, but still, at least it's over an hour, unlike the 2 Geronimo and Apache Kid. That's gonna pass it up. It's got Sam Elliott on the front. That'd be pretty cool. And then next up, Leonore Varela, Jeffrey Donovan, Waylon Payne, and Miranda Bailey. It's a widescreen presentation of Hindsight, Evil Breeds. Jeffrey Donovan, star of the hit TV series Burn Notice, is in this. I want a bunch of official. Well, it didn't win, but it probably did win some. But it's an official selection of a slew of like 6 different film festivals. Right there at the bottom, as you can see, it's pretty good. There, tough to do. Tall order, if you will. 96 minutes. Echo Bridge from 2009. The Echo Bridge release line. Waylon Payne played Walk the Line. Dina Miranda Bailey, Lower Learning. Unexpectedly pregnant and broke. Lists their unborn child for adoption on the internet and hope for the best. Someone wealthy and willing to pay up front, an easy plan. Take the money and run. Enter Paul and Maria, desperate for a baby and ready to play a twisted, sadistic game of their own. So, it looks like they have a little bit more plan for this adoptive couple that want to give up their baby, and then they got a couple that really want to play cat and mouse with them. Sounds pretty interesting. I never heard of this one. Like I said, that's Hindsight, and that's clocks in at 96 minutes from 2009. Pretty cool. And then next up, I got Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, Jake T. Austin, Joel Courtney, Catherine McNamara, with Val Kilmer as Mark Twain and Noah Monk. Two classic legends, one epic adventure. It's Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, and it does come out of the slip. A really shiny slip cover there. Little bent right there. I wish they'd be I wish Dollar Tree people would be careful with the handling of the movies, though, because it's like I'm sure when they pack them, whoever on the head end packs them, they aren't careful with them, and then they throw them in the boxes, and then when you go to slide slip cases into the box, sometimes you bend these down because you're in a hurry to push them into, pack them, and it bends the bottom here. I don't know. I don't understand how, it gets bent sometimes, and it's not on Larry and Melissa. It's on the Dollar Tree. I've seen the way the workers handle them when they're stocking them. They basically half-ass putting them on the shelf. But that's Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. 91 minutes, 5.1 Dolby Digital, E1 film release. I believe this is a Canadian release as well. I'm pretty much not going to read this because pretty much Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, everybody should probably know through history, like history classes or social studies, whatever you want to call it. Probably done that to death. I know they've made too many of those over the years. I ain't really big on Mark Twain and Huckleberry Finn just because they made so many. But this next film is called Crash Pad. Dom Hall Gleason, Thomas Hayden Church, Christina Applegate, and Nina Dobrev, who played in The Vampire Diaries. He finally met the love of his life, then he met her husband. This guy here kind of looks a little bit like Owen Wilson. There. Rated R, Sony Pictures release. I've never heard of this one. I've seen a lot of stuff with Christina Applegate in it, but I never heard of this one with her. It's an Indomitable Entertainment, Destination Films, includes a hilarious blooper reel, 5.1 Dolby Digital, anamorphic widescreen, and clocks in at 93 minutes. And it does have a slew of subtitles with English, Chinese, French, Japanese, Korean, Portuguese, Spanish, and Thai. All of that subtitled track optioning. Pretty cool there. Not much about this one. Pretty much it's this guy likes this woman, but she's married. So it's pretty much, I guess it is. Well, couch kind of looks like something that'd be on All in the Family or Alice or one of those like middle '80s show. Kind of like really weather beaten a little bit, but looks pretty cool. And then next up, we got a horror film here called The Possession Experiment. I did watch this, so I know I do have this, but when you're looking at their pictures and they want, showing them, sometimes it looks like there's stuff that you don't have. This has Bill Moseley in it as well. He does a really fine job in here when he is in it. As a priest, exorcising demons and whatever. And whatever. I can't really quite remember everything that went on in this, but some Momentum Pictures, 85 minutes, 16:9, a 5.1 Dolby Digital soundtrack. Guess it does possibly have subtitles for the hearing impaired, I'm guessing, as it says SDH on the back. Does have 3 special features, but I'm not going to read what this is about because obviously it's about possession, and that's pretty. When you get a possession movie, it's either going to be decently good or really bad, because usually these direct-to-video ones are not, like Exorcist level, so or some of the ones I went to theater that were a little better, but these aren't going to be quite on that level. But this one was pretty fun. For a direct-to-video title, I had fun with this one. That's The Possession Experiment. And then I got Journey Through the World's Most Exclusive Art Collection, Hermitage Masterpieces, over 8 hours on 3. This is a 3 DVD set here. Aspect ratio of 4:3. Nearly 8.5 hours of entertainment on this one. From 1992. Does have Dolby Digital audio, but it does not say if it's 5.1. I'm assuming it's possibly 2.0, but it could be 5.0. Doesn't really specify. Originally built in 1754 for Empress. I'm not going to worry about the nudity or anything on here, if that's nudity on the front, because it's just sculpture, it's art. Museum occupies 6 magnificent buildings and is home to more than 3 million masterpieces collected over 2.5 centuries from every major school of art, from the classical sculpture of ancient Greece and Rome to Da Vinci and the Renaissance, from the Impressionists of 19th century France to the art of ancient Egypt. So, I guess I do a tour of a lot of sculptures and whatnot in this video. And you got 3 discs, and you get it for $1. You art enthusiasts and sculptors out there, consider getting this. I got it because I was interested, because it is on 3 disc, and I don't own anything like this, so be glad to have that in the collection. And next up, I got Wacky Races, Start Your Engines. 10 full speed episodes on this one. I guess this is an updated version of Wacky Races here. Yeah, because the animation's like way different than it was back in the Hanna-Barbera days. It does, like I say, have 10 episodes. I guess it was a reboot. It's a Warner Brothers title. Nearly 2 hours on this one. Friends to the Finish Line. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about it. It's 10 episodes, and it's a reboot of Wacky Races that they used to do sometimes, like if they were showing episodes of Scooby-Doo, and then they're like, oh, if they had the Scooby-Doo show, they might show this, throw this in the, as a, like, in-between, and, they'd win points, and then I don't know if what they'd get by the point system. But it'd show them get the points, and then they'd be like celebrating, and then the other ones would be like mad when they didn't get the points. But it was pretty cool. It was kind of like a not Special Olympics, but it was kind of like a Olympic event in a way, because it was like gold, silver, and bronze kind of thing, but only they did it with points. It's a really interesting take on all these different characters, and it was probably really cool at the time to see all these different characters all in one movie. Still holds up pretty well today. Not great, but it's good, like I said, to see all them different characters all in one cartoon. Kind of like when Fox has tried to do crossovers with The Simpsons and Family Guy. It's kind of neat to see that. And then next up, I got a double feature of Dominic Purcell, Assault on Wall Street, Power, Greed, and Justice. And then it has Elimination Game on it as well. Dominic Purcell plays in a CW show. What's it called? I usually know the name of it. And of course, I get on video and I can't remember. I get it mixed up with Guardians of the Galaxy because it really has that vibe to it. Legends of Tomorrow. Momentum Pictures here is not rated. I guess both films were kind of distributed by other companies. They're not like, he's not all under one house here. He kind of it's kind of like a free agent, he kind of probably goes to different studios and gets land. Like this, it says Screen Australia. I don't know if that's where Dominic actually came from. This one's a Canadian film called Assault on Wall Street. 5.1 Dolby Digital on both, 16:9. Elimination Game clocks in at 90 minutes, and Assault on Wall Street, right here, clocks in at 97 minutes. And there's the double feature. Better look at the posters. Kind of has that show on CBS. Oh, I can't remember. I can't think of the name of it. He's wearing a suit though, and he kind of reminds me of I can't think of it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get on video and these titles just slip right out my head. But there's a look at the back. Got a few more. Based on the best-selling book, Wait Till Helen Comes. Plenty to scare kids. Common Sense Media. Just the right amount of creep factor. The Owl. Outrageously Wonderful Literature. This is a Broad Green Pictures title as well. If you see Broad Green, even if you don't really like it, or if you don't like the movie, and it's a Broad Green, you ought to keep it anyway, because Broad Green's no longer, they're defunct. They're no longer in operation. Cool Duder has mentioned it several times in his videos that if you get a Broad Green, you might better just keep it, because they're basically out of print. And once they leave these halls, you might not get a chance to get them again. So, just reiterating that you might get a Broad Green Pictures release. You'll know the symbol because it's kind of almost looks like a Budweiser symbol on the back, but then it says Broad Green, like written out Broad Green, and then like the little lettering pictures underneath the kind of like rectangle thing that kind of indents in the middle at both sides. It says it's a tricoastonline.com in Broad Green, which I'm sure is no longer. 12-year-old Molly and her younger brother Michael have never liked their little stepsister Heather. Ever since their parents got married, she's made Molly and Michael's lives miserable. Their parents have moved them all to the country to live in a creepy old house that used to be a church, complete with a cemetery. Heather is drawn to the deserted graveyard, particularly to an area with a headstone of a young girl named Helen. Seems Heather has found her new best friend, but it's someone who wants to take her away forever. I take it this must be Helen right here. Yeah, and it does have a little ghost. Other girl ghost right there. Or Heather, I mean. And that's Helen. No, Helen. Yeah, Helen is the ghost. Heather is the little girl. As I got looking at it because it's so early and I was like blending in. I apologize for the confusion. But wait till Helen comes. Kind of has that like creepy kid vibe to it as well. That's wait till Helen comes home. Or wait till Helen comes. And then next up, we got a Looney Tunes Platinum Edition, Volume 3 collection here. I don't like it when the companies will slip these plastic sleeves over it, because whenever or the plastic cellophane over it, I know it's to protect the slip, but when they do it in the process, they bend the slip's corners over a little bit. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, see how it bent it over? I don't like it when companies do that with these. This was obviously part of the... based on what I'm seeing with the sticker, it looks like a Walmart release as well. Let's see. Nearly clocks in at almost 400 minutes. It's a Warner Video, of course. It has a slew of different characters: Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Sylvester, Tweety, Wile E. Coyote, and Roadrunner. And it is a 2-disc set. Features 50 animated theatrical shorts that are all been remastered for optimal picture and sound. Features such classics as Easter Eggs, Canary Row, and Scrappy Happy Daffy, and so on. There's a little bit of everything here. Pretty nice set. Well done with the compilated episodes here. This Region 1, of course. Look at the back. But the next one, this one's going to be a tearjerker. I can already bet by the cover. Daniel Roebuck, Madeline Dundon, I guess. Marcia Dietland Bennett, Dana Ashbrook, and Dwayne Whitaker. It's Never Too Late for Grace, Getting Grace, a film by Dan Roebuck. A truly memorable family movie experience as a Pop Culture Network. It's called Getting Grace. It's from Random Media and Hanover House. It's rated PG-13 and came out in 2018. Really can't read too much about it, but apparently it's about a teenage girl dying of cancer. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about it because it's really blocking nearly the important part of the synopsis. But it looks like it could be kind of comical, but mixed with the, pulling at the heartstrings a little bit. It does look like it could be faith-spirited here, too, because it does say Getting Grace will make you laugh and cry and remind you to appreciate God's great blessing of life. And I'm not trying to get all Jimmy Swaggart on you here and preaching to you or anything, but that's what it says. It's basically faith-inspired. And there's a look at the back. I'm not sure if I said how long. Oh, it's 112 minutes. Yeah, these tearjerkers tend to be near 2 hours. I want to torture you with the sadness. One of the saddest movies I ever saw was My Sister's Keeper with Abigail Breslin. man, it's just like I couldn't believe the parents just more or less had her, uh, bared her just so she could become a guinea pig for her sister who was dying of cancer, which is ridiculous. I mean, I know it's a movie, but I don't know how parents could treat their child as mean as those people did to that little girl in that movie and My Sister's Keeper. I did cry during that. I'm a big softie. Sometimes when I go to these tearjerker movies, I did cry during that. That was a sad. Well, I don't know if it's as sad as my dog Hachi. That was pretty sad too, but that's a different kind of sad because like animal sad and then human sad, they're kind of different, but then they're all the same in a way too. But I don't know. Sometimes the humanistic ones really get me, and then sometimes the dog ones really get me because I love my animals, and sometimes I think animals are I don't know. If I had a world full of animals, sometimes I'd probably do better than I would if I was through with a world full of people. I don't know. I'm one with animals a lot of times, and I think they sense that. This is a 2-disc set here from BBC. Daniel Craig, filmed by Howard Davies, Copenhagen, Francesca Annis, and Stephen Ray. Includes Fleming, the man who would be Bond. Okay. This is Nazi inspired here, Copenhagen. It's kind of weird because we got a town a hair over that is actually called Copenhagen. It's kind of weird. 2015 on this. They're both 16:9. I'm not sure which one's 2.0, which one's 5.1. Well, either way, one is 90 minutes, the other 178 minutes. I'm guessing Copenhagen's probably the longer of the two, just based on the vibe I'm getting. They're both on TSE Region 1, and that's pretty much it. So one is basically about Fleming, the man who would be Bond, tells the true life story of Ian Fleming, boy from London who went on to work for the British Naval Intelligence during the World War. His life experience serving as his inspiration for a favorite lethal agent. I think they did talk about Ian Fleming before in I don't know if it's Unsolved Mysteries or what. It's one of those like I don't know show that touched upon like maybe it's Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm not sure. It was one of those shows like that talked about Ian Fleming and how it was inspired to be turned into James Bond. Kind of a neat little backstory on how Bond saw light of day. Then Daniel Craig starred and Stephen Ray starring in Copenhagen as German physicist Werner Heinsberg and his Danish mentor turned rival. The two discuss their involvement in atomic physics and its fate on the eve of World War II. So we got a couple war-based titles here, based off a couple unique subjects. And then next up, we got a Simon Rumley film here, Johnny Frank Garrett's Last Word. They thought they were doing the right thing. They were dead wrong. Guy kind of wearing like something from like the movie Shocker on the cover here. Saying it's a slow build terror that will leave you wanting to learn more. Based on an incredible true story, Johnny Frank Garrett's Last Word is a terrifying tale of vengeance from beyond the grave when a young man is executed for committing a murder for which he always maintained his innocence. He leaves behind a cursed letter cursed letter in which he promises to take vengeance on all those connected to his trial. Special features, director commentary, deleted scenes, some momentum pictures, clocks in at 95 minutes, 5.1 Dolby Digital, and 16 by 9. And that's last word. Kind of interesting there. I gotta take a drink of something if I have it. Try not to show the banners. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that. This winter, if anything, it isn't just the snow, it's the air is drying out my throat, and it really bothers my acid reflux. So I shouldn't probably drink soda with acid reflux, but I'm kind of like lactose intolerant, and I can't drink milk, or I will eat cheese as long as it's sharp, but if it's anything that doesn't really have a taste, it kind of, I just get grossed out by it. Magnolia Home Entertainment presents Matthew Broderick in A Wonderful World. A masterful and stunning performance by Matthew Broderick. Engaging charmers. This is Jan Stewart from the Screen Daily. Happiness is a state of mind. Rated R, 89 minutes, 178 by 1, widescreen presented, 2009 release, and does have Spanish subtitles. I don't know if it says he's a failed folk singer. That's what I'm not sure. Looks like that's what it's trying to say, but when, I don't know if one of his, friends gets ill, or a little kid gets ill. Yeah, I'm not sure. It just looks like somebody gets ill based on what I'm reading. And I want to say that's almost looks like the little girl that played in Silent Hill. Right there, just a lot younger. And it very well could be, because she popped up in a lot of stuff after Silent Hill. Sure does look like her though. Ambush Entertainment, K5 International, Magnolia Pictures, Cold Iron Pictures, Backlot Pictures, and the film was directed by Josh Golden. And this comes from 2008, or came out in 2008. Like Matthew Broderick and pretty much everything he's been in. Although I don't like what happened to him there. I believe he hit somebody with his car in a foreign country, and the charges were waived, and I just kind of lost a little bit of respect for that, because I'm like, you shouldn't get away with it because you're a star. I don't know if that was the case, but I mean, you hit somebody with a car. You gotta be. I mean, I know sometimes it just happens, but I guess I think they said there was some alcohol involved and something like that. And I don't know. After I heard that, I was kind of like, you got an image to uphold. You'd think you'd kind of stay away from that kind of stuff, especially when you're behind the wheel. I don't know. I hate drinking and driving. It's ridiculous. You're gonna drink. You shouldn't be driving. Dragon Dynasty collection here from Celestial Pictures. It's a double feature starring Chang Che film, Golden Swallow, The Girl with the Thunderbolt Kick, and Killer Plans. And I'm sure Goy Hunter will like that I added more kickboxing stuff to my collection here, because she said I have one of the better kickboxing collections around, and karate and different types of the arts. 211 minutes on this one. Arc Entertainment, widescreen version 2.0, both in Mandarin and English. Does have English subtitles and a Spanish subtitle track. So these, I don't know if these are both 105 minutes each. I love the double feature look of it there. Kind of. See, now, if I was going to do a double feature for a movie, I would kind of give them both that kind of share the cover kind of look. Even if one's like superior to the other, there's nothing wrong with giving them both a shine. But like some movies, they'll get 4 movies. They might have this main feature that gets stuck here that has the entire thing, and then the other 3 get like a small third of a window, and so on. I just don't like it when they do that. But they give both movies an equal shine there, and I like that. And I got 3 or 4 more. Next up, Great American Western, 4-movie set featuring Roy Rogers, George Gabby Hayes, and Gail Davis. Digitally enhanced audio, 5.1 from Echo Bridge, 224 minutes. That's pretty much it. The Gay Ranchero, The Far Frontier, Days of Jesse James, and Southward Ho. I'm not kidding, this is Southward Ho. Kind of funny name on that. It does have like Gabby Hayes in a number of these. Roy Rogers and Trigger. That's for movie set here. I don't know if it comes on a couple of discs. They could stack on top of each other because Echo Bridge has been doing that. Just a quick look at the back. Kind of speeding the video up a little bit. Okay, this must be multi-disc. Yeah, it's 2-disc set. The Days That Shook the World, a BBC video. Gripping moment-by-moment accounts of key world events. The consistently illuminating history strand. But there's a look at the cover. Disaster in the Sky with a Hindenburg, Christmas Truce, Attack on Pearl Harbor, The Grand Heist of the British Crown Jewels, Great Train Robbery, Conspiracy to Kill, The Day of the Jackal in the Wolf's Lair, Galileo's Trial and Yuri Gagarin's Flight, Discovery of the First Dinosaur Piltdown Man, Assassination of Abraham Lincoln in an Oklahoma City bombing, U-2 spy plane and Colonel Rudolph Abel, the execution of Anne Boleyn and the abdication of Edward the Eighth. This is pretty cool compilated disasters in history. Kind of throwback disc here. Pretty neat to have that. Looks like Hindenburg there blowing up on the front cover. Very interesting story on the Hindenburg and the basically the Goodyear blimp. It's just, you ever get a chance to read anything or see any documentary on it, it's a really interesting event that went on. And then I got another Dragon Dynasty. Quentin Tarantino presents Tony Jaa and The Protector, the best all-out action film so far this year. 2-disc Ultimate Edition here from Alliance Pictures. And I mean, this thing is packed. Disc 1 has a theatrical version. Tony Jaa demonstration for his martial arts knowledge. Deleted fight scene, making Tony Jaa. Guided tour, the director, making The Protector. Soundtrack promo. Film commentary with Asian film expert Bay Logan. Theatrical trailer. And Disc 2 has the uncut international version. Short films from the take on Tony Jaa contest. This is a Weinstein Company release, which I don't like to say, but it's 5.1, 16:9, widescreen presentation with a 178:1, hour and 23 minutes on this one. A little shorter than I thought it would be, based on all that. You would have thought it'd been like clocked in a couple hours. I've heard nothing but good things about The Protector. Want to say they might have made a remake or a reboot or whatever, an American version, but I could be wrong. I know there is a movie called The Protector or Protector. Just look at the back and all the special features and stuff it has on it. I mean, it's pretty sweet. It's heavy too for one movie. And then finally, I'm sorry about the length of the video. Taylor Lautner, Run the Tide, Constance Zimmer, Kenny Johnson, Johanna Brady, Nico Cristal, Don't Fight the Tide, Run It. I guess this is like a beach movie of sorts. PG-13, Momentum Pictures, and Orion Pictures. From 2016. Trying to see if there's a 5.1 Dolby Digital, 16:9 presentation, and if I didn't say it's 94 minutes. When their drug-abusing mother is released from prison, determined to rebuild their family, Ray kidnaps his younger brother Oliver and escapes their desert home for the California coast. I don't think I've ever heard of this one with Taylor Lautner, to be honest. And that wraps up the video this morning for all the 24 titles I got. And that wraps up box 1 as well. I went a little longer this morning because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be making a video on the Sunday morning because my son's got a birthday that day. He turns 2. It's going to be an all-day, probably a decently all-day thing. We are supposed to get a little bit of snow, so I have to take care of that before the party. Monday, they're saying there's a little bit more about snow, which I don't like, again. But at least it's doable, in terms of getting out and about. But then, since I'm about 4 to 8 inches, which they're saying 6 inches on Tuesday. Wednesday is a slow day. And then between Thursday and Friday, they're saying another 6 to 7 inches of snow. And that would mark over a foot of new snow by the end of the week. And I just don't know where I'm going to get the time to make a video because I tend to do luckily, my wife's on vacation this week, so I can get at it when I need to. Otherwise, when I'm babysitting, I can't do that. But that's my video for this morning. Please share, like, and subscribe, and ding the bell for notifications. I hate for you to miss out on any parts of the loads of Dollar Trees that I pick up. And thank you, Larry and Melissa, for more content and your hard work and persistence on going out in the cold and in Michigan and kicking butt at the Dollar Tree to get some of these movies to everybody, because you don't just have me, you have 4 or 5, 6 other people that you do this for, and I appreciate the effort and hard work you guys do. Take care, everybody out there, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys. Bye.